I think it's doing now.
Show is called. What is it called again?
Welcome to High and Mighty Advice.
High and Mighty.
My name is Crystal and this is Kelly. And I got some emails from some people and we're going to get some advice. So, let's do this. I'm just going to read it because this shit's creepy when you do it by yourself.
So, Crystal, what are your high feelings on breaking the seal? Fact or fiction?
Okay, first off, shout out to Catalano for misspelling breaking really bad.
Breaking?
Breaking. And it's true. I believe it's true. It's a buildup of fluids, and
Totally true.
they have to come out of your urethra.
Ew.
Is that the
Yeah.
secretions?
Oh, that's disgusting.
It's a foul word. I think it's true.
It's true. I'm gonna go with true on that one. What do you think?
Fact.
Yeah. It's true.
She concurs.
It's true. Moving on. In the same exact direction.
Yeah.
Should I tell my husband? This is not my question. Should I tell my husband in 3 years that I had an abortion 12 years ago?
Ooh.
We weren't together,
Oh, this is...
but he is very pro-life. I'm afraid he will be upset with me. Should I just not tell him and leave it alone? This feels like a Cosmo magazine quiz.
Yeah, and I was really surprised that I got an email like this. But, I think you should not tell him because it really doesn't... That's to me between you and your God. And if you want to tell him, then you shouldn't really worry about it because he's your husband and he's supposed to love you and all that shit, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Like this was covered underneath the vows, right? Like,
But for me, somebody who would have a problem with that, if you did tell them, maybe that's not somebody that you want to be married to.
yes, wise.
But
Yeah,
if
I
that's
think-
the case and you want to stay with them, then probably don't tell them.
yeah. I said flip a coin. Flip a coin.
That's the better answer.
Heads you dig it up, tails you bury it deep down inside and cover it with alcohol and Xanax like everybody else does.
That's putting a lot of faith in flipping a coin.
Yes, it's quite a coin toss.
That's a big ass.
This is not even this, and that's a big ass. All right, so that's kind of deep. I was really surprised this email. I really was not expecting to have to dole out serious advice, and I kind of know this person, and I'll tell you, I think you should just leave it alone. I think you just let it go. Okay.
Yeah, maybe not everything needs to be brought up all the time.
True, and it's not like how are you gonna bring it up? You know what I mean? Like, oh,
So hey, this one time.
yeah. I just don't know how that comes up in conversation. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, hey, watch this video that this girl I know made, and she's asking questions and advice.
Yeah. By the way, that's about us.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't think you should. I just let it go. All right.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Moving on. What is your preferred method of medicating?
There is more to this email too. Questions about like pipes and things and whatnot. I prefer flour or edibles most of the time. Eating it. Potato chips.
Chips?
Those are good. And
Your chips? You got your chips?
I got my chips. You just gotta cinch it. Gotta cinch it.
Chips.
It's got a resealable bag,
Oh,
see?
a little bag for your chips. What? Sour cream and onion chips. 50 milligrams.
You can't. Whatever you do, don't turn into us. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We ate too many chips.
Okay. Sometimes nothing beats a good old-fashioned joint.
Yes, I prefer flowers overall.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dabbing is nice too, using waxes and concentrates. On a serious side, like when I get really sick, especially when it gets really cold and I hurt really bad, dabs, like using waxes and concentrates, is kind of like a quicker form of getting it. Edibles can take up to like half hour, 45 minutes.
Up to?
Up to an hour?
It takes me like 2 hours.
Really? It all depends on your metabolism. See? You learn something new every day. Just got a wrinkle in my brain. Next up.
I know you like to pick your nose a lot, Crystal. So you should know how gross it is. How do I get my 9-year-old son, not my 9-year-old son, to quit? What's a high suggestion?
Okay. I know this person, Natasha, and I know your son, Devin. First and foremost, you're making a huge mistake by asking me parenting advice. My first instinct is that you get one of those spray bottles of water and you fill it with like ice cold water and you just shoot him in the face every time he goes to like pick his nose. Just pss, pss, pss.
That's vicious.
Works with cats.
I was gonna say that's like a cat.
Yeah. And then second of all, Devin, that's like the last of the things you need to worry about with that kid.
Yeah, I honestly was gonna say that I feel like kids picking their noses really isn't that big of a deal.
No. I think they're going to find ways of getting germs into their body no matter what you do. Because they're gross. They're full of them.
Yeah, or they'll just get made fun of for it.
Yeah, I feel like a
stop doing it.
Yeah, exactly. See, I feel like a hypocrite because I can't tell some kid not to pick his nose. I have a nose ring now, which is like a prima donna booger collector.
I always am like doing this with my nose ring too.
It collects boogers. It's very
It does booger collector.
it's very zen to scrape the boogers off your nose ring.
But
Don't
assuming your
judge.
9-year-old son doesn't have a nose ring, so.
Yeah, and so he's doing it because he's a 9-year-old kid. You know, let him dig for gold. Every kid does it. You know, so we parents are worried about germs these days.
But is that why she's worried? For germs?
Or maybe just because, yeah, she doesn't want to be judged.
Yeah, most people that are concerned about kids picking their noses is probably not for germs. Probably more for the image of a child picking their nose.
True. Natasha, are you worried about your image? Put your shit together. Alright, next up.
Oh, this is my personal favorite. Can you overdose on THC? Big fat no on that one.
No.
No. You can freak out.
Yeah. You can. Well, I think somebody asked, it like led to a heart attack or something. Like it can lead to heart attacks. But I think if you're predisposed to a heart condition anyway, then anything you do is going to exasperate it, whether it's smoking ganja or popping pills or boning your wife or jerking off violently, or I don't know what people do.
Yeah, I really don't think you can overdose on THC.
No.
I don't know.
No. I mean, I'm sure people have done stupid shit, death-related, you know what I mean, with THC in our system, but as far as it being, like, a factor, like, oh, you know, like, they cut them up
The
and,
cause of it, yeah.
like, the direct cause, no.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Not likely.
But I'm open to testing that theory.
I like where our head's at. Okay.
My parents want me to go to school locally, but I want to travel before I go to college. Don't you think it's more important to travel?
No. I really like this question, because I think that I'm done with that. If you
Why?
Are you? No. Okay.
Vagina. Sorry, are there 9-year-old children watching this?
No,
Picking
at least
their
there
noses?
shouldn't be.
They're picking their noses.
Well, yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. Anyway.
Oh yeah. So is it more important to travel?
Yeah, I think it's really important to travel. I think you should do what you want to do. I think that, you know, be prepared if you want to do this traveling thing that your parents are going to make you do it on your own. But I think if you really want to travel, you can do it. I'm not saying you got to join the military, but there's other ways of doing it. You can, like, well, it's a fine line between, like, you know, joining the military and doing it for free, which you get to travel, you know what I mean, and stuff, but it's not like real
It's not
travel.
like enjoyable.
Yeah, well, it's kind of enjoyable, but then now you have to watch how much you drink, and it's just, you don't, I don't know. Anyway, and then you have like the other end where then you're in like a hostel situation.
Ew.
You know what I mean? So yeah,
Like
so
the movie Hostel?
yeah, where you know like you're
Yeah. It's messed
they're
up.
shoving things
It's messed up.
in your hoo ha. So anyway, so I think you can do it economically if you really wanted to try. I don't know what your monetary situation is, but I mean, I think you should. But then you got to make sure that like you're not just putting off school because you don't want to go to school. Like it's really good to like stay in school and keep that trend going because if you take a break, it's really hard to go back. So
Yeah, I'm all about doing what you want to do. I don't think that.
you want to travel, travel.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, your parents may not flip the bill for it. I wouldn't want them to pay for it. If they were adamant about me going to school, I would want to make it.
You would want to go when you can afford to go.
Yeah, exactly. So. And that doesn't necessarily mean, you know, that it would cost a lot of money either, too. You can do like those Amtrak things in Europe. Don't they do trains a lot in Europe?
Yeah.
Or something? Yeah. Hmm?
I'm going to Ireland soon.
When are you going to Ireland? I want to go to fucking Ireland.
April.
Jesus, tap dancing Christ.
Yep.
I never get to go anywhere anymore. That's lame.
Any other questions?
No, I think that was it. Alright, so if I didn't get to your question, it's probably because my inbox deleted it or thought it was junk spam. So I'm trying to fix that now. And I have more questions somewewhere written down, but we'll get to those next episode. So we'll do this again. Because it's a cool thing to do. Tell Devin to pick his nose. Don't worry about it so much. Smoke a blunt. Just do anything you want.
Definitely smoke a blunt and pick his nose.
And travel. Let Devin travel. I'm just mushing all the advice together now.
And don't tell them about the abortion.